Good evening. Let's test the levels on.
Yeah, damn, it's too loud again.
Yeah, we've been discovering that we always end up having the background music too loud.
Yeah, let's, I guess if we think it's not loud enough, then it's probably just loud enough.
Probably, yeah. Even though when we're talking, the levels are going up higher with our talk, way higher with our talking than the music is, you know.
Yeah, way less levels in the music than the vocals here, but then the end result is music's louder than the vocals.
Yeah. So anyway, what's the deal here tonight, son?
Well, actually, as of right now, we are trying to upload a commentary we did last night that we kind of had a lot of truth on. We discussed some good things, but then we realized that we had the iPod on shuffle. We're just playing some songs by some other bands that we liked, and we were trying to upload on YouTube, and then we realized that YouTube might end up giving us a problem because we have uncopyrighted songs.
Yeah, we were kind of worried about that because you did those Chicago Blizzard videos years ago, and they detected something.
Yeah, I forgot what the hell the name of the song or the artist was, but I did the Chicago Blizzard commentaries, which was some shit I converted from old 1967 Chicago Blizzard reel tapes. Put them on cassette a long time ago, years later, CDs, years later, MP3s, and then years after that, made little videos out of them, put them on YouTube.
Cool.
And I got a notification from YouTube, though, because there was like a minute clip or so of an old song that I, didn't have the rights to. And all it really was that I had to acknowledge that I know that, and as long as nobody fucked with me about it, there, shouldn't be a problem, which there so far hasn't been. But,
oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So anyway, the whole reason for that, because of that, it's still uploading, and again, we're having
we're still having the issue of things uploading to YouTube really slowly, but then we actually discovered, though, that there may be a reason for it. Like we might be uploading it on a larger amount of pixels per screen or something like that.
Yeah, well, maybe something like that. I'm not sure. I don't. There's a lot I don't know about this shit. It may be taking so long because we could have uploaded as a smaller file, and all we're really worried about here is getting the audio through. The picture. Yeah, the
pictures. There's just like one image through the whole thing. The whole purpose of this is really just for the audio.
Yeah, right. And, just put a picture, just something for somebody to stare at. So, by the way, let me do this real quick. The last song we just listened to was, what the hell was it?
Sick, right?
Yes, that was a song that we did called Sick. At the time, we were calling the band, our band in our head here, Zombie Transformation. We'll get into that later, but I also want to mention really quick that the whole thing, we may be infringing on other, because of the commentary that we're trying to upload right now from last night has songs by other bands on it. We're worried that that because they're not our songs, we may have a problem with YouTube.
Yeah. So that's why tonight we've decided to try and do another commentary or segment. Remember, we used to call them segments, right, Tom?
Yeah, when it was JOS, we used to call them JOS segments. just because segment was a funny word or something.
It is kind of. So anyway, so what you're saying, so tonight we've decided to instead try and do a commentary, but have just Healer stuff over it. And really quickly, the last song we heard was a song called Sick that was done by the former Zombie Transformation, which of course is now HeelerZ. Long story short, right?
Yeah. We've been through so many names, just stupid. Yeah, we'll try and explain that later, as I said. But so anyway, we're gonna try to just do another commentary here in the life of Jamie and Zon on Jamie and Zon, which was what we ended up recording calling last night's segment.
Right. Actually, it was called the Off-Kilter Vent or something. But then, when we tried to put it on YouTube, we ended up calling it Jamie HeelerZ Presents Jamie's on Jamie's On. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Thanks for the good memory, Jamie.
Hey, man. I try. I can't sing, so I do what I can with other things.
Shut the fuck up, man. Do okay vocals.
Whatever.
So anyway, so we decided just let's do our own shit. That way there's no infringement.
Yeah, exactly. And so we're trying to just announce the songs, which we'd listened to Sick, and Not Called HeelerZ was Zombie Transformation, and now we're listening to, actually, this is a sneak preview, isn't it, son? We're kind of leaking some shit out here, aren't we?
Yes, we are. This is actually the thing we're working on. It's not done yet. It's just, damn, you're going to hear the fuck-ups. But it's a prelude, or a preview.
Prelude.
Yeah, I can't talk. But here's a preview for part 1 of hopefully what will become part 1 of 102. And is that 3?
Start over.
For sure. You want to do it?
I'll try. So this is what we hope will end up being part 1 of Free Anxiety Therapy for the Poor 102, which is, of course, the follow-up to Free Anxiety for the Poor 101.
Thank you.
It's all just luck, man.
Well, whatever. You're good at luck.
Okay. So, as we've said, we're just gonna play our own shit, but we got it on shuffle, right, Tom?
Yeah. We're just gonna shuffle around some of our own shit. It's not like we're not playing other people's shit, as I said. So hopefully definitely there's no infringement. We own all this.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Exactly.
And on top of that, we're shuffling it. We'll do some, we'll do some commentary on it, but it's not commentary. We've already done commentaries on all the albums except for 102 because we're still working on it. But
yeah, we're still working on 102, and so this is just kind of a way of us to get away with it on YouTube because it's all our own shit. Yeah, and also we wanted to also explain a little bit about ourselves again, right, Tom?
Yeah.
Just about take you into the life of Jamie and Son a little bit here. May I go on?
Go right ahead.
Okay, so as we're listening to our stuff here, this is kind of a dreamy track here.
Yeah. We'll get into that later.
Yeah, there you have it.
Okay, right.
Okay, so the thing is, how do I say this? There was this person that was married, that was kind of always a loner, but then got married, and then got divorced. The wife left him, and instead of going on with someone else, as most everyone does, or at least tries to do, and there has been a little bit of a...
Yeah, there was a little tamper in that. It's kind of a setup by some friends, but wasn't really looking for it, but it happened for a few weeks there.
Yeah. Right. Maybe we'll get into that too if we can remember, right?
Yeah, if we can remember.
Yeah. So, kind of dabbled in that a little bit, and in the end, though, ended up realizing that, we're loners anyway, so it's, living alone isn't so bad. And not living alone, we got Beans here. Beans love Richardson, right?
Absolutely. Beans love Richardson. It's our canine companion.
Yeah, right. Exactly. And, need a sip of beer here.
Go ahead.
And could you crack the other one for me, Zon? Could you do the effect and go over there and get the beer?
Sure. Right. I'm over here getting you the beer.
Cool, thanks. Oh, the damn monitor just went to sleep again. My God. It's like the monitor parties more than we do.
Yeah, no shit. I'm getting beer.
Cool, thanks. Did you crack it already?
Yes, I did.
Are you drinking it already?
No.
Bullshit.
Not bullshit.
Yes, it is. I can hear you drinking it.
Alright, you got me.
Well, there you go. You just burped a giveaway, fucker.
No. I don't give a fuck, though.
I know you don't. Neither do I, honey. We're the same person. Get back here.
Alright, go. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Oh, Lionel Richie again.
Yep. Is it me you're looking for?
Yes, it was. I just didn't know it.
So yeah, anyway, that's a little goofy. This in the life of Jamie and Zon Richardson. And BeanZ, of course. She's here too, she just doesn't talk as much.
Right. Barks a little bit. Where is she? She in the kitchen?
I'll go check. Yep, she's laying right in the floor there.
Cool. She's probably just cooling off on the floor.
Yeah, I think she likes it. It's just probably cooler, and I don't know. The dogs seem to like the hard, cool floor more than like warm and soft, unless it's wintertime.
Exactly. Alright, come back here.
Alright. Man, it's getting me. It's getting hard. Getting hard. Sit down. Getting old. Oh shit, Don, we should mention, so this track, with another little sneak preview on part 1 of 102 here, right?
Yeah.
That a friend of ours, JV, is, well, we got a little help on this one from an actual real person, didn't we?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so...
Was that you?
Well, it wasn't you.
Yes, it was.
Oh yeah, you're right. You is me is you.
Yep.
So our friend JV, Jamie Very, has got some tracks on here, has been helping us a little bit out with part 102, and it's like he's the first person in the world that's ever like taken any interest in like any Healer stuff or any stuff before that we did, that the previous which was you. Zon.
Well, yeah, but it wasn't even Zon back then. It was morning coffee, Saturday morning coffee. We didn't have names back then. We didn't have any name until Zon and then Jamie.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Never thought of. But so anyway, we need to shout out to JV, first person, actual person out there, that took any interest in this and was, decided he wanted to put some of his stuff over it.
Yeah, that was really cool. I never really had anybody, we've done like bass lines, some drums and stuff for other people we know, but bands and shit, but no one's ever like actually said, hey, I'll come over and put some shit over your shit. Like,
yeah, and we're like, really?
Yeah, and he was just like, thought it was, I guess he finds it fun. So, what the hell? What's going on with it?
Oh shit, we're shuffling on the Healers thing here because we're trying to play our different songs, but our commentaries are in there too, son.
Oh shit, yeah. So we need to. That's the one we just did.
Yeah. All right, I am skipping. Oh shit, dude, are we gonna leak out another one here?
Skip it.
All right, how about?
All right, turn it down just a tad. It's probably cranking, even though it doesn't seem like it as we're recording.
Yeah, we've discovered that we've mentioned it already. But the music that we're hearing, the volume of the music that we're hearing now doesn't seem so loud, but when we hear it back on the recording, it's too loud. So I'm gonna turn it down more. That's probably okay.
Yeah, but might even still be too loud.
Just a tad more. Okay. All right, let's leave it there. Shouldn't be too bad, I hope. Yeah.
This is a song called Donahue, though. It's off our 2015 release of Diary of Diarrhea. Cute title. We always got to mention that.
Absolutely. GGL and influence.
Yeah. listened to some GGL that year, just kind of having a rebellious year. You know, it was kind of like the third or fourth year after all the bullshit, 2011-12 divorce, all that crap. So it was kind of, you know, first year was misery, second year was anger, third year was deal with it, and after that it was, well, GGL's got a lot of...
Got a lot of anger too, yeah. But it's kind of just like, by that point, you weren't really angry, I don't think. It was just more of a... It was just more fun, you know? It's kind of fun to be angry, more than it was that you were actually angry, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, and it was just kind of a... Hold on.
There you go. Go on.
It was just more of a... I don't know. It was kind of still venting, I guess, but it was just, like you said, it was just a little more fun. It was like, you know, I'd gone through the actual anger, and then by the next year or two, it was like, okay, let's just make fun of the anger or something, or just not make fun of it, have fun with it. Well, both. Make fun of and make.
And have fun with it, right?
Yeah. And, so, just kind of fun, I guess, and, so, you know, listening to this GGL and stuff, seeing how extreme he was and all that, kind of got inspired to do what ended up being our most, at least so far, our most rocking album. Our most just hard rocking album we did was Diarrhea.
It was a fun album, man. But we, you know, it was GG influenced, but we did it in Healer style, right?
Yeah. And so this is one of the songs from that album. It's called Donahue. And it's basically about burying the ex-wife in the backyard.
Jeez. Oh, my lordy, son. But, okay, yeah. It was a good vent, and it's kind of funny and kind of grotesque, but... Okay. So, we haven't actually done it.
I haven't actually buried her in the backyard, but, you know, hey. You know, the thought and the fact that we were able to make it into a song was pretty fun.
Yeah, there you have it. And that is the venting. And that keeps you out of jail, too.
Right. We're not actually murderers for writing the song.
Exactly. And we should also mention Pat T, though.
Oh, yeah. Pat T was a character we invented. Jamie was doing a vocal for Fourth Christmas. And her whole English accent has kind of evaporated.
Yeah, kind of. Just kind of turned into this. It still comes out a little bit, but not too much. We just kind of pass it off as like, okay, I moved here when I was a little kid, but I've been in America longer than I was ever in England, so now most of that English accent is worn off.
Right.
But apparently I was doing this vocal for Fourth Christmas, and a couple of lines almost came out like Irish sounding. We don't know. I don't know why. Just happened. Just coincidence. Just accidents.
Yeah. Years ago, I thought of calling a band. I wanted to have a band called the Accents because that's how most things are invented, by accident. You know, it's like you're trying to play the right note, you end up playing the wrong note, but the wrong note ends up being a cooler sounding note than the right note. So you use that, and that was the accident.
Yeah. So that's like how the Irish thing happened. So, between Fourth Christmas, which we released December 2014, and Diary of Diarrhea came out December 2015. And by then we had developed this character named Pat T. Richardson, who we said who was like our Irish and transgender or something cousin, right?
Yeah. She was great. Damn it. Oh, you just pause it. There's another commentary. Let's just pause it for a minute.
Yeah. Again, we're shuffling the HeelerZ playlist here, but we have other commentaries in there with the songs, so the other commentaries are coming up while we're trying to do this one.
Yeah. So anyway, the Patsy.
Yeah, Patsy. So because that Irish sound happened, we ended up developing Pat T. Richardson, like our transgender cousin, who we couldn't really pinpoint what the voice sounded like at the time.
At the time we couldn't, but we found out something bad later.
Yeah. We did. So basically Pat T was kind of... It had the Irish accent. This was the Pat T, basically. Yeah. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, and it derived more out of Jamie's voice than Zon's. It was like a secondary Crayola color. It was the primary voices, Jamie and Zon, and then another voice deriving out of Jamie's voice. And so far, no other voices derived out of Zon's voice, which was originally an attempt to sound like Dick Valentine from Electric Six, but it ended up sounding like this, so it became the Zon voice.
Yes, and kudos for explaining that, Zon. That was good memory there. You're always praising me on good memory, so you have it too.
Well, once in a while. I mean, this is all coming out of just one brain or one space of air in the head, whatever it is. But, well, it just depends on what voice it comes out on, but usually, for some reason, good memory comes out more in your voice than anything.
Yeah, well, okay. If you say so. I don't know why, but okay. Yeah, so we're talking about there. The Irish, Patty.
Yes. So Patty, the song we just heard, Donahue. Let's get to this as quick as we can.
Yes. Yeah.
That voice we just heard on that song we just heard, called Donahue, from HeelerZ release of 2015 called Diary of Diarrhea. We ended up doing Patty or Richardson voice on that one because it sounded Irish. That was a kind of an Irish jig or something idea on a, like, half of it was that and the other half was like hard rock, and it was about burying the ex-wife in the backyard.
Yeah. Right. And so for a while there, Patty was kind of in the picture, and then after the Diary album, the next thing we did was the December 2016 release, before all the anxiety shit started, of the album that came out after Diary, which was called Live to Tell the Story. And by then, well, Patty wasn't in the picture because, it was one of those voices that just only worked once, or, maybe it could work one more time in the future, but it didn't become a primary voice like Zon and Jamie's, So we did have that commentary, though, from Patty on Live to Tell.
Yeah, we did. We kind of felt bad because Patty didn't appear on anything on Live to Tell, the song just didn't fit and all that, so we did do like one more kind of farewell thing. We got a message on there. We did a commentary on Live to Tell, and then after that we did like a couple minute long, simulation of a commentary that, supposedly Patty or Richardson sent us from Ireland. She was there in Ireland celebrating with some friends, having some drinks and shit, and, sent us a little message. But the problem with Patty was that we kind of realized one day that voice was kind of sounding like Dan Aykroyd in Caddyshack 2. And we thought, man, that's just
not the... And we like Dan Aykroyd, but that was just not the best voice.
No. So we kind of gave Patty the axe.
Well... Oh, man, that's cruel, but also truthful. Yeah, and we still love Patty, but it was like, like you said, maybe we'll do something again that jives with that, but we're just not a big Irish rock band.
No, it worked once, and, the other thing was that band, we got into that band Flogging Molly, and let's see. Well, shit, we already knew about Flogging Molly. We had a power outage here in 2014, and we were running the house on a pole start gas generator for a couple of days there, and we actually hooked it up to the computer for a couple hours here and there and got online still. And
yeah, because we don't have like a cell phone or any fucking thing, so our Mac computers, like the only way we can get online. So yeah, like you said, power went out, so we plugged the computer into the generator, and we were on like a couple hours at a time and shit.
Yeah, and so we found this band. I was actually looking for AC/DC power outage, and I found out I was looking for the wrong things.
Yeah, some other AC/DC. It wasn't even called the right thing or something. So Right. So
yeah, so we you go on YouTube and they always suggest on the right side there's always related things they suggest. So there was this band Flogging Molly with this song called the Power's Out, right?
yeah. So we clicked on it. It ended up being this like Irish rock kind of hardish rock, but Irish hardish rock band called Flogging Molly, and which are really cool. Hopefully we're not infringing by mentioning them, are we, Zon?
Shit, I hope not. I didn't even think of that. We're not playing their music, although I think by playing their music we're only promoting them, we're not stealing. We're not making money off of their shit. We're not stealing anything from them. We're fucking playing them because we like them. That's all.
Yeah, shit. No kidding. Oh man, yeah, no shit.
So it was the microphone probably picked up the sound of us chugging that beer.
I'm sure it did. It usually does. Even our old microphone did.
Yeah. So anyway, we discovered the Flogging Molly, and so that was probably part of the influence on Donahue, was to wrap the whole thing up.
Yeah. To get back on point, we've probably been talking about this for 10 fucking minutes. We've probably just been talking about Donahue for 10 minutes, but yeah. That may have been a little influence, kind of a little. Well, the Patty thing kind of happened on accident, but also, jeez, did you hear the?
Yeah, the regurg. That was probably recorded.
Probably. But yeah, so that anyway, between discovering Flogging Molly and also accidentally discovering the Irish voice, which derived out of Jamie, and became Patsy for a while. Patsy Richardson there for a while. So that's kind of how Donahue happened, with the Irish sound and whatever.
Right, and also we call it Donahue because we were trying to. Well, we did it on the commentary. We did the commentary on Diary. Sorry.
Go ahead, man. Be healthy. Being healthy for both of us. Thanks.
You're welcome. So yeah. Damn. So anyway, geez, we were gonna talk about our tracks, and we've been on this one for so long.
Yeah. So it's time to move it on, Tom. Go.
All right. So just the one other thing was the Donahue thing.
Yeah.
We were trying to rhyme something with I don't know what the hell the rhyme was, but all right. Long story short, we ended up thinking about Donahue. We ended up thinking about these people that do crazy shit that get on talk shows. So we ended up calling it Donahue. If you listen to the other commentary, we explain the whole thing.
Yeah, it's explained way better. So anyway, let's go on with another song, man. We're 28, almost 29 minutes into this, and hopefully we've explained the Jamie Zahn thing, that we're a couple living in one, and we just want people to know that we found a way to, instead of do what most other people do, is move on with another actual human. We're loners, kind of. We already were, kind of. So that kind of worked to our advantage.
Yeah, we were born loners. We just didn't know we were a we until a few years ago.
Yeah, the whole Jamie Zahn thing happened about 4.5 years ago. We started recording Deep Freeze, and we started just doing it to do different voices for our songs, but then it ended up kind of being that that Jamie Zahn started realizing that they were kind of together in the head, or a couple, not really a couple, but a
partnership.
Yeah, kind of a relationship, partnership kind of thing. It's something that helps us go through life.
Something that helps us not feel alone when we're walking through the grocery store, right?
Yeah, right.
When I was married years ago, when I would go to the store with my wife, I felt we used to actually kind of have fun in public, I didn't feel at all self-aware. Maybe, very little at least. And if I was with her, and like I said, most of the time we'd just be goofy, shove the shopping cart into the aisle and laugh. But if I had to go to the store alone, I could get through it and everything, but it sucked. I had my head down low. Just get me in, get me out, all that shit.
Yeah.
But you know, then she left, and we were forced to, long story short, just discover a new life one way or another. And, you know, as most people do it, they try and get with somebody else. We dabble in that ever so slightly, but in the end, it was, we developed BeanZ in the head, you know.
Yeah, and so nowadays, with the whole BeanZ thing, no, no, over accentuating or something. But long story short, again, and I know too long. But I probably just went to sleep.
Yeah.
But anyway, like now, because we have this couple in our head, if we walk through a store, we don't feel so self-aware. It feels almost as if there is someone walking next to us, like it was years ago. It's obviously, it's not T, it's not the ex-wife, but I mean, you know, it or otherwise would have been someone else. It could have been someone else, some actual other person walking next to us, but instead we have this couple in our head. So even though we're still walking alone, and in the public we are just one person, but in our own heads we are two people. And it's, you know, it started off as a pretend thing, just doing voices for songs, but it's become so real that I mean, it works. First of all, in public, we don't feel alone anymore. In public, I mean,
no, we don't. You know, we can walk through a store now with alone. I mean, to the public alone, but
yeah,
but otherwise, we without our heads hanging low. I mean, we feel like we're not alone, and so the self-awareness that really helps the self-awareness not exist.
Yeah, it's really kind of really a blessing that we've been able to find a way to be in reality just one person and born a male, okay? And there's the whole gender thing too. We you know, there's definitely some female in the head here. You know, there's BeanZ, there's both worlds, and we're not pre-op, we're not going to just one side or the other, we're not becoming a female. We're not born a male becoming a female. We're just kind of stuck in between both worlds, but it's all in our head too.
Right. It's all in our head, but we do represent it a little bit in the outside world. We've come out of the closet, so to speak.
Right.
About that. You know, the way we dress has changed a little bit in the last few years, but it's mostly to represent the Jamie side of this, whatever the original thing is, which has become BeanZ.
Right. Yeah, because we are technically in reality a male, but we we wear some female clothes and stuff like that, and you know, but we live between the two. You know, we were born a male, but we're not gonna go to completely to female. But I don't think we're ever gonna go completely back to male either. We're just you know, we're living in our heads, but this whole thing has become very real, and we've often well, when it was starting, there's been about a 4-year progression. I mean, I guess it's always been there. Somewhere in the subconscious, it's probably always been there, but we've at the same time, it's been about a 4-year progression into this whole thing, kind of, sort of. We've gone from, oh my God, we're a freak, to, well, this is us. You know? Yeah. Well, first we were kind of worried about, like, if anyone even knew that this is what we do, they would maybe think we have mental problems and try to have us locked up or something.
Yeah. But now it's like, we've decided to just kind of go public with it, you know. We're trying to put these commentaries on YouTube and share it with at least with our friends, you know, a few actual human beings out there that know us.
Yeah. And yeah, right. And just, you know, I mean, everybody says, you know, just be yourself. So apparently this is who we are. And we.
Yeah, we. Right. I can't even say this is who I am, because it's who we are. There's Jamie, there's Zon, and actually those two live within the head of someone else. It's not even that person is Jamie or Zon. I mean, that person is Jamie and Zon, but that person is also that person who was the original me.
Yeah, right. The original you, which is also as well the original me. So hopefully we've explained that as much as we can. We live in our own head. This is what we do instead of, it's a placebo, man.
Yeah, right. We wrote the song Placebo. We have a song called Placebo on our album Live to Tell the Story, our 2016 HeelerZ release. By the way, we have to mention HeelerZ. You are.
Yeah. Jamie Robin Richardson, and you are.
Zon Richardson, and we are here with
BeanZ Love Richardson, our canine companion.
Yes. And, shit. We're 36 and a half minutes into this. Let's not make it too long. Let's play one more song. Hopefully we explain enough about, because we want this to be an inside scoop of the life of Jamie and Zon Richardson and BeanZ Richardson.
Yeah. And again, as we mentioned, we were doing it with our own songs instead of other people's, just in case YouTube gives us infringement problems, and just in case that we spend all night trying to. And again, it's taking forever to upload that thing.
Yes, it is. I don't know why. I think I know why, because I think we already talked about it. We forgot.
Probably because we could have loaded it with a less pixel version, and it's all just about the audio instead of the video anyway.
Yeah. Pretty sure that's on there.
Yeah. I'm sure as soon as we go back and listen to this again, we'll hear it.
Yeah. So yes, and I'm sure that's all the truth. So, we just wanted to. The whole purpose of this thing is to give anybody who cares, which is no one.
Yep, exactly.
An inside scoop of the life, actually, of Jamie and Zon, and that's why we call it Jamie and Zon on Jamie and Zon. And
yeah, and it was actually our last night's. It was inspired by our last night's commentary that we called that we're trying to upload right now. Still, that's taken forever. That was called the Off Kilter Rant.
Yes, exactly. Thanks for the memory again.
No problem. It's pretty amazing how. We can split our atom into two, it's only one brain or one ear in our head, but we made it into two. It's like we remind each other of things. It's, it's like instead of just being one person and, just existing off that, we kind of have two things going on. We've often wondered do we make this bullshit up? Or is it just fake bullshit? Or is it real? Do we really have two personalities? Because
Well, years ago we didn't do this. It's not like we were born doing this,
Yeah. Right.
So, monitor going to sleep again. Wake up.
Yeah, so...
Right, so, is it just bullshit? Or have we had it our whole lives? Or have we, in the last 4 years, bullshitted ourselves into this being the truth?
Yeah, maybe. And that also leads to the question, are we fucking crazy?
Right. Because look at all these crazy people that have maybe someone else brainwashed them, but I think maybe some of them brainwashed themselves into believing the truth.
Yeah. And that could be what this is, but at the same time, though, Son, we're very aware of the reality. We're just like one dude sitting here. We know no one's sitting next to us. BeanZ is here, and that's the truth. But
yeah.
But no one else is here. We know that. We're aware of that. We haven't gone so far into a dream world here that whether it be drug influenced or not or anything,
right?
That we really believe it. We know that we're faking this, but we've been doing it so long. It's become so much of a comfort zone for us at the same time, though,
Yeah, true. Right.
And it's just like we're married to ourselves, man. It's like you said, if we started actually dating another person at this point, we'd we would feel like we were cheating ourselves, right?
Yeah, exactly. Right. So shit with all that. I mean, with all that truth, hopefully we've exploited ourselves enough here to give some people that care, which is no one, into the life of Jamie and Zon and BeanZ, Richardson.
Right. Okay, so we're almost 41 minutes in, man. Let's not make this too fucking long. How about we play one more song and then we close it?
Good deal.
Okay. Let me, I was going to go back to iTunes on the computer, but we have to go back to the iPod, which is plugged into the bass amp for our background music here.
Yep.
Okay, let's see. Let's play whatever's next, except for commentaries.
Yeah.
Alright, it's germaphobe. I'm skipping.
You're cheating.
I know. Oh, man. Let's at least do a HeelerZ thing. Oh, lordy, come on. Alright, here we go. Still the same. This is a good one.
Okay, yeah, still the same. There you go. This is a song off our 2016 Live to Tell a Story album. It was about, basically, we're just still sitting here doing the same shit, right?
Yeah. Actually, it was the first thing we wrote for that album, Live to Tell the Story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and this was just about, was kind of a, I don't know what pun, or I don't know what you call it. Kind of a counterpoint. I don't know what the hell the fucking word is.
Like, who do I? So don't ask me what it is.
Okay. So anyway, this is called Still the Same, and it's just kind of about, like, you're waiting for a new tune, but you're waiting, like people waiting for us to move on, maybe, or something, but we haven't, and we're still just doing this, or...
Maybe. That could be it. The song could probably have a lot of levels, although there's still kind of self-indulgent levels. Well, it applies to us a lot, but it could apply to other people, too, and things.
Yeah, it could. So like, the idea, though, was like, there you go. You're waiting for a new tune. But it's all still the same. We're just sitting here talking to ourselves, man. We're not moving on with anything, except that we're moving on a whole lot with our commentaries and our whole Jamie and Zon thing. And actually, you're waiting for a new tune, but it's all still the same. We haven't done anything new, but actually it is a new tune.
Exactly. And actually, we have been, over the last few years, doing a whole lot more with our music and, well, just recently our commentaries as well. We kind of do our commentaries in spurts.
Yeah. Well, we did some when we had to replace the computer back in February 2017 because, well, shit, we're still trying to learn the new logic, but, there's still some things we don't know, so... the first thing we did on it was just do commentaries because it was easier to, all you have to do is record. There's not much fixings to this.
Right. Nowhere near as the music.
Yeah. We just kind of talk and, maybe equalize the sound a little bit, and that's the end of it.
Right.
So we did that first, and then we did start working on some Free Anxiety for the Poor 102, which hopefully will be coming up.
Yeah, that probably ain't gonna happen till, hopefully, the goal is hopefully that will be the December release of 2017 is Anxiety, 102, which probably be longer than 101 though.
Yeah, it may end up having 4 or 5 tracks, 6 tracks maybe. It'll be longer than 101.
Right, should be. That's the goal. So anyway, well, here's still the same, and we've explained it. We need to close soon.
Yeah, we're going on 45 minutes here. These commentaries go very long, but they are so fun.
Yes.
Alright, let's do the outro. Do the weather report.
Okay. It was 70 degrees. It is now 70 degrees and dark and no rain. In our area.
Yep. In our area, which is Death Street, Little Detroit. So those of you that know that will know that, and those of you that don't won't know and won't care.
Right. All right, so I'm gonna close it.
Go ahead.
It's 11:21 and 18 seconds p.m. on June 21, Wednesday, 2017. This is John. Fuck, I can't even say my own name right.
I've called you John before and you got pissed.
I know. Nah, I didn't get pissed, really. Just, what are you doing? Cheating on me with a guy named John?
Yeah, because we're a couple, son. We've explained it, I hope.
Yeah. It's all comedy in the end. It's all just a partnership. But it's comical.
Yeah. Which is all good, you know. It's good to have a partner, even if it is in the head, and laugh about it too, right?
Exactly. So, alright, so I'm Zon Martin Richardson, and you are...
Jamie Robin Richardson, and we're sitting here with BeanZ Love Richardson. This is our little rant of tonight, our self-indulgent shuffle of HeelerZ rant for tonight. And pause that?
Yes, good idea. We'll go into something.
Yeah. So, let's say goodnight.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night, Jamie.
Good night, son. Good night, BeanZ.
Good night, BeanZ.